Hey, did that song get stuck in your head yesterday? Well, if it hasn't, allow me to say it again. You can sniff your own way, sniff your own way. And a bunch of you sniffed your own way last night. And this is what makes me happier than anything else. We designated some ruckus from behind the line of scrimmage, and I received a couple different tickets from you guys. Go in your own way. Because we gave out most of the right ruckus games. Edmonton, that was 5-3, 6-3. That was complete over ruckus. Then you had instant ruckus in the Toronto-Buffalo game. It was 3-2 after one. Instant ruckus, you put the water with your oatmeal 30 seconds in the microwave, and you have your ruckus ready to go. The only one was that, so maybe, I said, oh, that girl's sneaky. Oh, I didn't think she was going to be ruckus. Turns out she wasn't ruckus. So we're going to take off from Area 51 today. They worked so hard. They've given us such a good amount of picks. Let's allow Area 51 to take a Friday off. Let's give Area 51 a summer Friday in the middle of winter. Winter Friday over there in Nevada where they don't see too much snow. But we got 4 games on this Friday night. Now, the interesting thing about these games tonight, 3 out of the 4 games feature a team who played on Thursday night. So they're going right back on the ice. And in every single situation, the team had to travel to another team's building. It's not a on home ice. Except for one team who didn't really have to travel, and I'll get to them in a second. But the first one I'm going to look at, and I know you're not going to be thrilled on. You're not going to be thrilled betting on the Detroit Red Wings. Other than Stevie Bongreps, he doesn't care. They were winning early in the season. He was laughing it up, all caps. His texts aren't in all caps anymore, but he's still betting on the Red Wings. He'll be happy to take them tonight. But I don't really bet teams as much as I do situations. You have a team who they desperately need points because they're almost part of the carless. They're almost down there with the Senators and the Sabres who already lost their car for the season. Detroit's hanging on to their car. It's rumbling its way to the mechanic, hoping to fix itself. They desperately need points, and when you get a team on their home ice who desperately needs points against a team who played last night and is coming into their building, I'm going to take the Detroit Red Wings in this one. I know you're not thrilled. Go ahead, take Flyers. I don't care. You're just some guy in a room somewhere. But I'm going to take the Detroit Red Wings at home against the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, game 2 is going to be the Montreal Canadiens. And the Montreal Canadiens, they were embroiled in a 3-3 tie, then went to a shootout. Anytime I see comebacks and high-scoring games that go to overtime, can be potentially exhausting, shootouts, things like that, and then they got to play again the next night, I'm mostly going to take that other team in that team's building. Give me the Chicago Blackhawks. Look at the records around the league, no matter how bad you are. Calgary's awful. I think they've won like 3 straight points and 5 straight. Teams can accumulate points. Just ask the Washington Capitals. And this is a good spot, in my opinion, to take the Chicago Blackhawks. Do I feel as good about this one as I do Detroit? No, because they have a serious lack of talent. But when you think at the end of the year, these teams accumulate a good amount of wins. Even the worst teams in the NHL, their record on home ice isn't all that bad. They beat Colorado on their home ice the other night. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to beat Canadiens team coming in after playing a long game on a Thursday. So give me the Blackhawks there. Then the third team, this is the one that I'm not going to green light betting against. Unless you want to, you can sniff your own way. But I'm going to take the Edmonton Oilers at +1.5. Why is that, you ask? Because there is no travel, unless you call going through the Lincoln Tunnel travel. They played in New Jersey, which is right across from Manhattan. Literally, it's a train ride. They probably stayed in the same hotel in the city. And then it's off to play the Rangers tomorrow. And Edmonton, a team that's so chemistry-oriented, when the offense is flowing, they almost seem to want to get back out on the ice and do it once again. I'm going to take the Oilers at +1.5. Yeah, you're not getting a fantastic price, but this is a game you can go over to Bet Rivers, and you can utilize a same-game parlay. We can take the Edmonton Oilers at +1.5, and we could keep this classic. We can do, remember I told you, a beautiful thing about Bet Rivers is if a guy is usually listed for 2 points, you can still take him for 1. How about we take Artemi Panarin for 1 point, and we take They recombined that line last night, by the way, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins did have 2 points. Let's go Evan Bouchard, 2 points on this one. Nugent-Hopkins collected a couple points last night. Actually, Draisaitl only had 1. Nugent-Hopkins or Draisaitl, sniff your own way, and plus 1.5 for the Edmonton Oilers. So 2 points for 2 points for Draisaitl, Edmonton plus 1.5, and Artemi Panarin 1 point. You can do that at Bet Rivers, where your first bet over there is going to be risk-free up to 500, 250, or 100, depending on which state you're in. Just check the link in the description of this video. I'll provide you all the details, along with a link that will take you there. And always remember, if you're anybody you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Then outside of that, there's just one last game on the night. Don't you know, bump it up. You've got to bump it up. Last night, we bumped it up. I gave a relaxing under to the Flyers Nashville game. We bumped it all the way up to 6.5, even though some sites were listing it at 5.5. And that's why we bump it up. Ended up 4-2 Nashville, and we cleared that bump it up under. If we would have left it at 6 or 5.5, it's either a push or a loss. Always, in case it's 3-2, I want to buy myself that little room for the empty netter. So that under 6.5 cashed, and I'm going to bump this one all the way up as well. It's the Boston Bruins. It's the Winnipeg Jets. We cashed the Winnipeg over the other night, but that's because we had a second team we knew doesn't play as good of defense, and Winnipeg racked up a bunch of goals. It was 5-2, ended up going over. But if you give me a 6.5 in this one against the Bruins, who have a great goalie and play good defense, and Winnipeg, who has a great goalie and plays good defense, you know, there's always a chance that you can get ratted, but I like my chances going under 6.5 in a game between those two teams. And that is what I have for you. It's a 4-game Friday. Good luck to you. Better luck to me. Subscribe to the Odd Shopper channel here, and come subscribe to my YouTube page, because I'm doing a show later called Pickin' Corners on my YouTube channel. Then my NFL picks for the weekend will also be on my YouTube channel, so make sure you're following me over there. You can do that very easily. You see the title of this video. Go look at it right now. See how it says NHL Bets Bets with Andy Francis and my name's in blue? If you click that, or even if you're on your phone and you tap that, it will take you there right to my YouTube page. You hit subscribe, click the notifications, and you'll know when all the new videos go up. I like to film that Pickin' Corners thing before the games kick off, so you could see me put in some of these Bet Rivers bets, because they're not available at the time I'm filming this video to you. So hopefully I will see you guys on my YouTube channel later tonight. I will talk to you then. Good luck.